So the magic object is finally here, the Panasonic GH4. This is what all of the funds from the Indiegogo campaign went into. It turned out a lot more expensive than I thought, because it's not just the 1,700 or around 1,700 for the camera itself, it's also 500 for the lens. And that's not the only lens I'm going to need. And I also got a better tripod. This thing here is awesome. $220, so kind of pricey. But then again, you know, if you're really into video making, you know that that's not really that much money to spend on video equipment. But yeah, this thing is awesome. Vanguard SPH-100 has a flip screen, just like a camcorder. Pretty nifty. And it has a crap load of settings. I mean, you can customize everything with this thing. It is, you know, really for professional use of photos as well as video. This is, of course, I got this for video. I don't think I'm gonna shoot too many pictures with it, but you know, you can basically, even if you're just recording video in 4K, you can extract some pretty good stills from the video. And enough talk. Let me just show you the difference. So of course you want to see the direct comparison. Right now I'm recording with my old camera, the one that you're used to, and this is already improved. This is the edited version. The raw footage looks like this. In other words, like eye cancer, pretty much. Looks terrible. White balance is off, levels are all wonky, contrast is bad, that kind of thing. And now I'm recording with a new camera. And this should be quite a noticeable improvement. I still have to figure out the settings and everything, because it has a ton, of course, and it's not very beginner friendly. I mean, it's not supposed to be. It's not a consumer camera, really. But it has some neat features, like, for example, I can actually control it via a smartphone or tablet, and I can actually change the focus from here. I can make it focus on my hand, talk to the hand, and I can focus back on myself and on the background if I so choose. That wouldn't make too much sense, but you know, otherwise it's pretty neat. I'm not quite sure yet how good the autofocus is, because there is not just simple autofocus. It has quite a few different modes. And so that doesn't make it very easy to understand in the beginning. There's a heroic beard shot for you. How do you like that? So definitely pretty neat. There's also some potential for screwing it up. And it has a different effect. Personally, I quite like the blurred background effect, because that makes everything that's in focus much more crisp and clear looking. I can, if I'm pretty close to the background, I can probably still get everything in there so that it focuses evenly, at least. Now the background should be fairly crisp as well. So it's just a matter of tweaking with it and preference and whatnot, all of that good stuff. But there is, of course, a lot of potential with this camera. And also very nice, this camera can record in 4K. I don't have a 4K screen. I imagine most of you don't either, but it's still pretty useful in that I can, when I'm editing the video, I can do a lot of digital zoom. I can zoom into basically a quarter of the screen and I'm still at 1080p around. So if I want to zoom in onto my ring here, that's not camera zoom. That is really just with editing, and it should still be pretty high resolution. So really awesome. Thanks again to everyone who contributed to the fundraising. But I also want to thank everyone else. And if you just keep watching my stuff, that's more than support enough. And it's awesome. And most of you, of my subscribers and viewers in general, are really cool people. It's great to be interacting with you. And I don't get much trolling or asshattery, or sure, it happens sometimes, but the majority of feedback is definitely enjoyable to read. And I like interacting with you as much as I can. It's always limited because of the sheer number of comments and messages every day. I just cannot keep up with that. And if you sent me a message and I haven't replied to you, sorry. I may not even have seen it, or maybe I could only read it quickly or skim over it and didn't have the time to reply. It kind of bothers me. I wish I could reply to everyone, but it's not going to happen. If I did, then I wouldn't have time to actually make videos. It is already, reading comments and responding to them and all of that, or trying to, is already taken up a lot of my time. And finally, I want to talk about the second channel that I set up. I have gotten very mixed responses to that. I mean, quite a few people have suggested that they would like to see a second channel for all the personal stuff, so that the main channel is kept consistent with, Blade theme and whatnot. But quite a few people have actually said they don't like that at all. They want to have everything gathered in one place, everything on the main channel, including the rambling stuff, including the personal garbage and whatnot, everything. And I may have been overthinking it, and I should probably really just stick to the way it has been for a while. I mean, this channel started out as the everything channel, so to speak. I mean, obviously I didn't name it the Blades channel or the Sword channel or whatever. The channel is called Skallagrim. It's me. Yeah, there you go. Even though there are some themes, of course, because I have my interest in everything. But really, I don't think it's a good idea to split it up, after all. And if you have subscribed to the second channel, don't worry, I'm still going to use it. But I actually plan to turn it into a pure gaming channel. Nothing but gameplay videos, because there's a tendency for gaming videos on my main channel to not get very many views. And so why not? Just one channel, nothing but gameplay videos. And you can still get there if you want to see that. Subscribe, link in the video description, that sort of stuff. But, otherwise, I think I should stick to my main channel, after all. Because one of the things that I was thinking about is, that is one of the things that distinguish my channel from many others. Like, if it's just weapons you want to see, just swords, or just, medieval martial arts or whatever, there are alternatives for that. And I find myself looking at the screen. I'm not sure if the focus is quite right. Probably worrying a bit too much about that. But yeah, new camera. But if that's what you want, nothing but talk about swords and martial arts and everything, go elsewhere. I mean, Skallagrim, that's what he does. He doesn't do personal type videos. At least I haven't seen any of that sort on his channel. There are also plenty of others. There are plenty of HEMA channels and all sorts of things. So really, if that's what you're looking for, then there is plenty. And there are also plenty of people who explain things better than I do, and who have more experience, and then have actual formal training, whereas I'm a self-taught person. So yeah, there's going to be limitations there. It really sucks to not have a HEMA club around here, but if we do manage to move to Victoria soon, if the university transfer works out for Kara, then yeah, there's going to be a very awesome HEMA club there called Blood and Iron. But I guess I just need to really stick to what I do, what I want to do, and what most of you apparently want to see, which is this kind of shit. This idiot here. I don't know why, but whatever. It's your time wasted, not mine, so I get paid for this shit. And yeah, speaking of which, it's really not a money thing. I mean, if I was mainly focused on earning as much money as possible, I wouldn't do things this way. I would do basically nothing but plucking movies and video games apart, talking about swords and fantasy swords and stuff like that, because those videos always get, hundreds of thousands of views. So yeah, it's really not about the money. It's about doing something that you're passionate about, something enjoyable, something that you as a viewer get something out of, information, entertainment. I'm sometimes worried about giving off the wrong vibe, you know, this kind of thing where anyone who makes videos and publishes them on the internet and is viewed by, you know, tens of thousands of people, it's very easy to jump to the conclusion that they're somehow narcissistic and do this kind of, oh, look at me show. But really, that couldn't be further from the truth. That's not how I roll. In fact, I don't think very highly of myself, and I am plagued by self-doubt in many ways. It probably doesn't come across as such because, well, when you're in the comfort of your own home talking to a camera, and when you're focused on a topic that you're passionate about, it doesn't really carry over. Of course, you seem confident and everything, but yeah, the behind the stage stuff is a little different. Even though I'm not playing a role, I'm always being myself in front of the camera. It's still, when you're talking about a topic, you have different things to focus on. But afterwards, the thoughts come in like, oh, I really didn't do that well. I don't know enough about this, or that was a shitty video. I should have put more effort into that, and I'm not motivated enough, and I'm not smart enough. I'm not a good speaker, blah, blah, blah. But I don't want to bother you with all that bullshit. That's something that I have to personally, privately deal with. But yeah, suffice to say, I'm really glad that you stick to this channel here, despite my flaws and everything. Or maybe because, I have no idea. In any case, I appreciate that you're there, and yeah, I'll keep making stuff. Okay, that's it for now. So, see you folks, or rather, you see me, whatever, and thanks for watching.